Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today with a Fallout 4 discussion video. Today we are going to be discussing the end of Fallout 4 and why it is entirely relieving for myself and many other content creators and gamers alike. So you've seen a big difference in content lately between Danganronpa's Star Wars. Now we're talking about the end of Fallout 4, but it's not really related to any Nuka World news. Why is that? It's because I've been reviewing Nuka World. I have access to a beta code thanks to Mason, a viewer I met at PAX East. Very generous of him to gift me his Nuka World beta code, so I've been playing that in order to review it for you guys and create more content after the DLC launches. And the reason I mention that is because I haven't been commenting any of the news that has released from Bethesda about Nuka World, and that is why. So today we are going to talk about why I personally feel the end of Fallout 4 is relieving, because I've been blessed for the past 4 years or so to make Fallout 4 videos for you guys. And now it is very slowly coming to a close, and it's such an odd feeling, and it is arguably sad, but this perspective is something I've had for quite a while on how I can't wait for Fallout 4's end, and now that it's here, it's actually low-key exciting. And the reason I say that is because many content creators can relate with me when I say that almost any time we make Fallout 4 videos, our comment section is loaded with the top rate comments being, Fallout 4 was a disappointment. I can't believe how bad Bethesda goofed up on Fallout 4 and its DLC. Fallout needs to be handed off to Obsidian. And while these are all statements that can have facts argued for and against them and make sense, and you guys have more power to you, by all means express your thoughts, it does start to weigh on the creator because all you're doing is talking about a game that people seem like they don't like. Fallout 4 was generally well received. Over time, it has become mixed, where there's a little bit of negativity, there's a little bit of positivity, and the general consensus is that Bethesda needs to improve. And so it's difficult to make videos on those type of games and get actual intelligent discussions going because people are so caught up in the fact that they got burned by the hype. And that's what Fallout 4 was, essentially. It's all it really taught us about video games, is don't get caught up in the hype anymore. It's okay to talk about why you should be excited about a game, why you're looking forward to a game, but when you let the hype get out of hand like Fallout 4 did, it leads to a lot of gamers being burned and the obsession of them talking about why they've been burned. Still to this day, many months later, people are coming into my comment section and saying, I don't really play Fallout 4 anymore, but man, that game was terrible because X, Y, and Z. And it's like, okay, great for you. That's awesome, but now Fallout's a game for people who just care about the DLC and are just there for Fallout. They don't care if you think it's bad anymore. And so for me, that's the main reason why it's so relieving, because it just gets so tiring to constantly hear about how bad the game is, where Bethesda is hopefully going to take this disappointment and use it to light a fire under the team's ass. Not like they weren't lit up for Fallout 4, but like they're actually going to try to change people's minds with this game and change the industry like they have before with this game. And I'm talking from a video game perspective, because Fallout 4 did change the games industry in the sense where now games are released much closer to their announcement dates, which is fantastic. But in the terms of an actual video game and mechanics introduced and ideas introduced, Fallout 4 didn't change anything. It was just another one out there like anything else. But to hopefully fuel that team with the motivation of, let's make a game that stomps out the Bugthesda nickname. Let's make a game that is about role-playing, true role-playing, that does have a focus on good gameplay like Fallout 4 had, but not so much that it took away from the original vision of this series and what they wanted to do with it. Fallout 4 showed that the team had good ideas, but it's time to put those to use in a series that can really truly benefit from something like a settlement mode, for something like a kill everything. More focus on story is necessary, and it's relieving that all of this criticism will most likely be put to rest now, because Bethesda is moving on, and that means we really should move on. From a personal standpoint, it's relieving to start talking about other games. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been collaborating with different YouTubers who just talk about games generally because they love them, and that's why I started YouTube, is because I love video games. I love Fallout so much, but I love video games. That's why I've been diversifying my content. That's why Fallout 4 ending is a relief, because I never believed in myself that, hey, I can make videos on different games and actually have an impact, and I've seen that for myself. And so now it's like, okay, I can always make Bethesda videos, but now I can actually make an impact on the industry. In that sense, it's also really relieving on a personal level. Fallout 4 has run its course on my channel for the past 4 to 5 years, and now that it's finally starting to come to a close, and I'm done seeing all this negative stuff about the game, not because I don't agree with it, but because it just gets tiresome, that I'm very excited to see what Bethesda does next in the terms of publishing and developing games. I want to see what drastic changes they're going to make, or if they're going to change at all, because Fallout 4 made a lot of money. Nonetheless, this is why I'm very relieved that Fallout 4 is coming to a close. It's not a bad game, it's a good game, it's a great game. I enjoyed it quite a bit and I still enjoy playing it, but it's time to move on, I think, and I'm glad Bethesda realized that, because Although it was such a quick ride, I think it needed to be that way given the initial reception of Fallout 4 from fans after the first 2 months of the game's launch. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments down below. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are in the description down below. Check out SugarBomb.com, the place by Bethesda fans for Bethesda fans. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.